Hello guys, in this tutorial we're gonna set same color in 3 different ways, using name of color, using hex value and using RGB value. We will get with that same result. Okay, so to do that, because we are operating on the same H1, we're gonna use IDs. So first H1 will be done through name of color, and the second one will be done through hex, and the next one will be done through RGB representation of color, or basically how many percents of red, green and blue we have in that line for a background, let's say. Of course, we need to create some kind of CSS template here, so we're gonna use hash because we are targeting through IDs, and first one will be name. Okay, and yeah, let's grab this as some kind of template down there to save a little bit of time. So this one will be for hex value and this one will be for RGB. And because we will set the background of this line to be black, we're gonna automatically right now change font color to white. Okay, just to have opposite stuff. So color will be white, and let me copy paste these things down there to make sure that our CSS is working. Okay, fine, still those numbers are there, I mean characters. So let's fix this background thing. Okay, background, and we're gonna just say what is the name of color. Black, and you know that what result will be. There you go. That is very simple and straightforward. But how to find hex value for black color? Well, the easiest thing is to go to list of colors on wiki and search down there for black, and you will have dedicated line just for black. So let me resize this a bit because I need you to understand all these columns for hex and RGBs. So where is black? Just a second. Right, so here we are. Okay, now see this 0000 blah blah. So this is a hex value, and this hash here is not ID, it is for this is how you type hex values in programming. How I know that? Well, let's up here to confirm that. So this is column for hex values, and hex values are just weird representation, very short representation of these percents. But here we have column for red, green and blue, and to not mess around with percents, then we are using very short hex representation of these from a right side. So yeah, you can just grab these things, like I mean you must grab these things and put it here. So background okay, and just copy paste these hex values, don't forget semicolon, and you'll have totally same result here. So there you go, that's how you work with hex values. So what about RGBs? Well, let me prepare operation here, background, and right, so see these things right here, they are percents of red, green and blue. So in a black color we have 0 of these, and of course situation for different colors is obviously different. So how to type that in CSS? Okay, so here you're gonna say RGB, you must state that, then open normal brackets, and then what is the percent of red? 0. Okay, type 0, and then comma. You don't need to type percents here. Percents are just in this table for reference. So again, same situation for green and for blue. So let me confirm that. I need to make sure 0 and 0, and we are closing instruction here. And save and refresh, and there you go guys, same result. So what about spaces here? Are they important? Well, you can delete those if you like, and still same result. So if you don't want to go to any of these tables on internet, but you have some kind of hex value, question is how to turn hex value, like how to calculate it in RGB if you need it. Well, you can go to Google and type RGB to hex conversion or reverse, but my result here on Google is webfx. This domain where I can just type hex value and I will get RGB as a result. So let me confirm that. I'm gonna copy paste this here. And there you go, guys, you have background, so you immediately see that we have correct result, but the most important thing here is that we have correct RGB representation. So my advice will be, and this is just my advice, for you to stick with hex values. I don't know, it's easier to work with them. At least that's my opinion. RGB, you need to find those values, you need to type those brackets, you need to type RGB, but hex values, you will just use hash and those weird characters from some table, in this case from wiki table, and you will get the job done. Right. So much about colors, nothing special here. Stick with the hex values if you have multiple colors on a page, and if you have a couple of them, like you are testing or something, then name will get the job done. Right, guys, thank you for watching as always, and see you next one.